Hey, Michael, congratulations. I know you played here last year in the game against BYU. What do you remember from that game and just being around at Allegiant? Has ever hit you that this could be your professional home back then?
Well, I think the first thing that I kind of realized is how immaculate that stadium is. Being able to play home games there is going to be a very, very fun thing to do. The city, the fans, I mean, the vibe surrounded the city. It was fantastic. I got a little bit of taste of it, like you said, against BYU. So I'm happy I played there, and I'm happy. I'm happy to make it my new home. That's for sure.
Hey, Michael, Levi Idris with the Las Vegas Raiders. Obviously, you're coming into a situation where another star tight end had left, and now you're coming in where you get to have OJ Howard and Austin Hooper kind of around you. You know, how beneficial is going to be able to come into a tight end room with proven veteran guys that you can kind of learn from?
Yeah, I think I'm going to come in. I'm just going to try to absorb as much information as I can. Those guys, they've played a lot of football, that's for sure. And so I'm going to come in. I'm going to learn a lot from them. We're going to, complement each other well. We're going to have fun doing it, and we're going to win ball games, and it's going to be fun. I'm excited to play with them. Those are two really good players. It's going to be really fun.
First of all, congratulations. You have incredibly soft hands as a receiver, but you're brutal as a blocker. Very few guys have that combination. They're either pass catchers or blockers. Can you talk about your versatility and your ability to be on the field all four downs?
Yes, sir. That's something I take pride in. And that's something this past year I really, really worked on in the blocking game and the technique, and my foot steps and things like that. And, the receiving part of it's always kind of been there for me, but I really had to kind of dig deep for that blocking. And it's been really, really well this past season. Me and my tight ends coach worked on it a lot, and it improved greatly. And, it's only going to keep getting better. So that's something I pride myself on a lot. And I think being able to do both of those things that you named out there is very, very important for a tight end. And I'm going to keep working at both of them and keep trying to, excel at both of them.
Michael, you mentioned about the game that you played out here against BYU. I know that Marcus had you guys under lock and key and had strict curfews, so you sort of didn't get distracted by the city, and you ended up with a big game. After that game, he called you an unfinished product, and you were fine, and that you knew that, you understood that you're the hardest working guy in the room, and that you're always you don't want to hear what you do well, you want to hear what you do wrong, so you can continue to work on it. What are the things you want to address immediately when you get to the Raiders facility?
In terms of my football game, I think I would just work hard at every aspect of what I do. A little bit of my blocking, a little bit of my receiving, a little bit of my leadership. I'm just going to try to come in and play my best ball. That's what they drafted me to do. That's why I play football. That's what I'm here to do. So I'm ready to, fly in and start working, start understanding the offense, the installs, things like that. And it's about coming in and playing my best ball, helping this team win ball games.
Hey, Michael, Paul Gutierrez here from ESPN. The last time the Raiders drafted a tight end from Notre Dame, he went on to a pretty decent career, win the Hall of Fame, Dave Casper. What do you know about this organization as a whole? Just the reputation of the Raiders, but also how does your skill set fit into what this current organization's coach does with Josh McDaniels' offense?
Yeah, I think the first thing is the tradition with the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, they've had so many good tight ends. There's no doubt about that. They know how to use tight ends, and Coach McDaniels knows how to use tight ends, and he loves tight ends. And so I think I'm going to fit very well into the offense. I think it goes back to kind of what I was saying before. It's coming in, it's doing what they're asking me to do, and not doing anything more, because it's about winning football games, and that's kind of what they drafted me to do. And so I'm going to come in, do what they asked me to do, work my hardest, and that's really it. That's what I do. That's kind of what I do when I went to Notre Dame. That's what I'm going to do. When we start this up. So it's about coming in, working hard. Absorbing as much information as I can. Learning from everybody, and just do what they asked me to do.
Hey, Michael, congratulations, man. You mentioned that you couldn't get the Zoom to work on your phone. Take us through this process of just going through the pre-draft process, and sitting around and seeing how the first round unfolds, and then seeing your phone ring on day 2 early and seeing that 702 number. What was all that like for you?
Yes, sir. It was awesome. I'll tell you what, this process has been awesome, because I got really good family and friends that have been by my side through this whole thing. Obviously we didn't really know what was going to happen yesterday, and, I'm happy where I landed. I'm happy to be here. I'm really, really excited to kind of get started and start playing some football again. And it's been a great experience. I've kind of absorbed everything I've needed to, enjoyed, you get a million texts, enjoy the moment, enjoy the day, all that stuff. And that's kind of what I've been doing, man. I play football. I love football, and obviously, it's taken me places that I never thought it would. And so, at this point, it's about enjoying it. It's about working as hard as I can, meeting as many people as I can, and just being a part of the process. This is a process, and I realize that it's going to be a process. So, I'm just trying to enjoy the process as much as possible.
Yeah, Michael. Considering with the Raiders traded Darren Waller, did you kind of have your eyes on this organization and the fact that they traded up for you? What did that tell you as far as their interest in you?
I think it's as far as the tradition the organization has had, I'd have my eyes on them. And it's just goes back to kind of what I've been saying before. It's whoever's going to draft me, they're going to get a hard worker. They're going to get somebody that's going to come in and learn as much as possible and kind of do what they need to do and do what they're asked of. And so it's about coming in and keeping the tight end tradition that, they have and winning as many football games as we can. That's what this is about. That's why they drafted me. And I'm excited. I'm really, really excited to be a part of this organization, a very, very good organization.
My question is, a lot of pre-draft stuff had you as a first-round pick. Even one I saw had you as the best tight end in this draft. I guess my question is that what you expected? Were you expecting that you would go in the first round? Do you see yourself as the best tight end in this draft? And how do you approach that? Obviously, the Raiders were surprised to see you there, so they traded up to get you. Are you a chip on your shoulder type of guy, or is it you were set out to prove that you are the best tight end in this draft?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly how I approached it. Starting January 2nd, kind of when this whole thing started, I said, I don't want to have any regrets. I'm going to do everything I need to do. And that's sort of what I did. I felt like I had a good combine. I felt like I had a good pro day. And so, a couple of weeks ago, I've been sitting with my parents, sitting with my agent, and it's kind of like you did everything you need to do. You control the controllables. So at this point, you need to relax, enjoy it. And whoever takes you, takes you. There's nothing else you can do. And that was kind of my mindset going in. It was, you did everything you needed to do. You felt like you had a good combine, had good meetings, and a good pro day. And it's awesome that I ended up in this organization's lap. I'm very excited for it, and I'm very happy for it.
Hi, Michael. First of all, congratulations and welcome to the Las Vegas Raiders. My question to you is, you have a basketball background, and as you know, basketball is all about spacing. How much has that helped mold your game in being a good inline blocker, but then also finding those soft spots between the 20s?
I really do. I think it's helped a bunch. I really do. I've played basketball up to my junior year of high school, and my quick feet, being able to kind of get open, being able to kind of push off guys, and be able to post up on the block, things like that. That helps out tremendously. I would say it helped out with my physicality too. I pride myself on being physical out there. There's no doubt about it. I like to put people in the dirt, and I like to run over people. And so, it's helped for sure. But at this point, I haven't thought about basketball in a while. This is all football now. Football is my life now. I'm working on football now and just trying to get better at football every day.
All right, thank you.
When you look at the system that Josh McDaniels runs throughout all the Super Bowls, he had tight ends like Gronk and others, and I'm certainly not putting you there. You got a lot of development to do, but you see how they use a tight end. With a guy with your 4-down skills, could there be a better system for you than what's in Vegas?
That's not a question for me to answer, to be honest with you. I think it's about me coming in and doing the best in what I do is playing football. And, wherever Coach McDaniels puts me, I'm going to be ready for it. I'm going to do what he asked me to do, whether it be on first, second, or third down. And that's my answer to that. I'm excited to be in this kind of scheme. I'm excited to be, have one of the best coaches in the NFL. And that's that. I'm excited to play ball.
Hey, Michael. So going through the draft process, what interactions did you have with the Raiders? Was it something that was kind of more extensive in your meetings with them, or was it just kind of like, very casual? Like, are you surprised to have gotten drafted by the Raiders, or how did things shake up?
Yeah, I had a few meetings with him actually, and very, very good meetings. I was really glad. Actually met some coaches, the tight ends coach, and it was good. It went very well, and I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised at all. I'm really, really glad, they got me, and I'm excited to be a Raider. There's no doubt about it. I'm excited to be a Raider, and I'm ready to get this thing started.
Hey, Michael, Vinny Bonsignore with the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Congratulations. The Raiders traded up to get you. That's always the sure sign that they wanted you in their building. How does that make you feel that they targeted you and said that we're going to go get him?
It's a blessing, man. It really is. It's a blessing. And now I just told my family a second ago, I said, it's time to get to work now. It's been a long wait. It's time to get to work. It's time to start playing some ball and, meet my teammates. start making friendships, start making relationships, and focus on the goal.
So, Michael, let's go back to my original question, the start of that, in terms of Marcus putting that curfew on you guys when you got out here. Two-part question. Had you ever been to Las Vegas prior to that? Number one. Number two, what are you looking forward to most off the football field once you get here in terms of seeing Las Vegas?
So I think the first thing is, I don't know if you guys saw it, but we did have a little like pre-video to that Shamrock Series game when we went out to Vegas and made that with the Bentley car, and I was with Coach Freeman and we were doing all that. So that was actually my first time in Vegas. That was my first experience trying to be an actor, and that was cool. That was the first time I got to see the city, drive around. I was with Coach Freeman and a couple of my teammates, which was really, really fun. And I'm sorry, what was the second part of the question?
Just what you're looking forward to most now becoming a resident away from the facility. Obviously, you're looking forward to getting in the facility and get to work. But in terms of coming out here, your mindset, Las Vegas, right? What are you looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to, the fans. One of the greatest fans pretty much in America is what I believe. And I'm a football guy. I've always been a football guy. So it's always kind of been, football, and then get home, go to bed, and then think football again. So I know you guys got a great fan base. I'm really, really excited to be a part of it. And just, I'm excited to be a part of one of the greatest fan bases in the NFL, and just, start working, start playing some football.